Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Tyson Fury. He stands an imposing 6'9" tall with a reach of 85 inches. And he'll be taking on Smokin' Joe Frazier. Only 6 feet tall even, 229 pounds, but he hits harder than any man alive.
There's an amazing reach advantage, which you do not actually realize is there until you get popped by that jab. The distance that's created is ridiculous.
The Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. This multi-time heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Manchester, England. He'll beat you down and then sing to you afterwards. Smokin' Joe Frazier, Philadelphia's finest in the heavyweight division. There's no one quite like Smokin' Joe.
It'll be ding-ding from first off. They're off.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. Fighting out of the blue corner, the Olympic gold medalist from Beaufort, South Carolina, the Hall of Famer from the golden era of heavyweights, a heavyweight champion of the world, Smokin' Joe Frazier.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long... Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Beautiful left hook. If you're a counter-puncher, then basically you do the counter-attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful left hook. Missing with that right hook. Good defense stopping that jab. He misses with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. That was almost a... On to the second round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
You fight the swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. And he scores with the counter. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Let's see if they go to the body. He threw a punch and just got countered. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Let's see if they go to the body. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. His stamina is off the charts. Punch, counter punch. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. As bad as boxing judges. There's the bell to start round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missing with the hook. The jab not finding its target. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Trying to land that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. There's the bell for round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's a down goes Frazier. Let's see that again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. It's not over till it's over, but that knock. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equal.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Can you imagine if he knocks out Joe Frazier? How is Frazier still standing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Is this the beginning of the end for this legend? Never count out smoking Joe Frazier.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Down goes Fury. A big headshot and he goes down. We have got...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
Let's talk about Fury in that left. Here we go in the 6th round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Nice counter shot. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. He threw the hook, didn't land. very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty... Round 7, here we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's Frazier in trouble. Down goes Joe Frazier. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
They need to turn this around halfway through.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Smoking Joe may go. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
There's the bell to start round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Did you see that? Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes don't look good. Body language is bad. He could go down. Can't score with that hook again. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagan and pickpocket him.
Frazier is in trouble. Down goes Frazier. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Final 10 seconds here. Whoa, wait a minute. Can you imagine if he knocks out this legend? There's no way Frazier survives this. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a style. What a pace. To get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.